How's it going, everybody? Before we kick things off here, if you want to skip me blabbing, right here's a link. You can hop on over to the actual playing of this video. But what are we doing today? We're talking about 5 riffs you should always play at Guitar Center. So I did a video not too long ago, 5 riffs you should never play. The joke was that they're just, these are very overplayed riffs. That you hear them all the time. It was just a joke, just having some fun. That's what we're doing here. So basically I took the 5 riffs that I did last time and picked a different song by the band that is still popular. When people hear it, they're like, oh, I love that song. But it's not, I didn't pick Back in Black by AC/DC. Picked a different song. I didn't do another Lynyrd Skynyrd song. Not that I don't love Lynyrd Skynyrd. I just honestly didn't feel like playing another Lynyrd Skynyrd song. If I'm being honest. Totally love Lynyrd Skynyrd, but I wanted to rock an AC/DC song instead. So, I'm going to go ahead and jump to the riffs. Let me know what your 5 riffs would be. If you were like, you know what, these are riffs I would be pumped up to hear at Guitar Center. So let's go ahead and jam. Time for some lead. Let's get the lead out. So, of course, we're doing Livin', Lovin', Made. Now, what is happening here? So, it's all basically just kind of like out of this A minor pentatonic. Oh, I forgot I had the bright switch on in the video. So, basically, I'm starting here with an open A string. Then I go 3 open on the A. Then I go 3, 4, 5, so a little chromatic section here on the A. So now the riff is very groovy. So I go. I'm actually gonna kill that delay real quick. So it's 3 on the low E string. Then I'm gonna go to 5 on the low. Then I go to 3 on the A. Then I go to 5 on the low E. So we have. Now I'm going to go 3, 5 on the low E. Then I do 2 left hand mute. 3, 5 again. I'm doing A major chord, which is just 5 on the B, 6 on the G, and 7 on the D. Hit it 3 times, and I roll my finger. And this is just going to a D major. So 7 on the D, G, and B. That's pretty much it. Just such a super groovy Zeppelin riff, and really cool solo to it as well. So maybe learn the whole thing. So we're on to Night Train. Now this is one of my favorite Guns N' Roses riffs. And like I said, Guns N' Roses, you always just hear Sweet Child of Mine, Paradise City, that kind of stuff. So I thought Night Train, that's when you want to hear at a guitar store. Like when I hear someone play this riff, I'm always like pumped. I'm like, yeah. So it starts like this. I feel like I'm messing up the phrasing on that, but I'm sure someone will let me know in the comments. So basically I'm just barring 7 from the D string down, getting that D, G, and B, and then I'm holding down 9 on the G and 8 on the B. Do that twice, then I go back to 7, and I play 7 again, slide down. Okay? Then I start on 5 this time. Then I go to a G major, which is 3 on the B, 4 on the G, and 5 on the D. So yeah. Now the important part here is he kind of breaks up the chord. He goes 3 on the D, and then 5 on the G, and 6 on the B. Oh. So we have. Now, going from there, what we have is we're going to come up here, we're going to play 3 on the D, then you're going to go to 5 on the D, then 7 on the G, 6 on the D. So we have... Okay, now you're going to go back to this G. Now this is just somebody doing that G major chord, 3, 4, 5, and I'm playing it, and I add my pinky down to 5. So we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I go to 2 on the D and G, open D and G. Basically going from like A, G, A. Now it's time for some Ozzy. Now Desire, I think, is one of those classically overlooked riff. It reminds me a lot of Miracle Man. But it certainly has its own kind of thing going on. Let me turn that bright switch off. And what's cool is, I mean, it's such a dynamic riff. There's a lot going on. But basically the riff is this. So I go just simply F sharp 5 power chord. So we're gonna go. So I play the 2nd fret low string power chord, then I pick my pointer finger up and put it back down. Now I do this chord here. I go 2 on the D, 4 on the G, and 5 on the B. And I do this B major, which is just simply going 2 on the A, 4, and I'm adding my pinky to that 5 on the B. So I think that turns it into a B sus 4. Don't quote me on that. So it's, and I palm the A string twice, put my pinky on, palm the A string twice, back again, down to just 4 and 4. So I have. That's why there'll be tabs for this one for sure, because some of these riffs are hard to explain. Then you go back up here. Back to that chord, so it's. And I'm going to go to simply just a B power chord. E5, low E string on the. Now it goes to 2 on the low E string twice, you palm mute it. Then you go open, and then it goes. There you have that one. Like I said, tabs will make it easier because I kind of struggled with that one. So it's time to jump into Deep Purple. Now, last time, of course, we did Smoke on the Water. This time, we're doing Space Road Truckin', one of my favorite Led Zeppelin, one of my favorite Deep Purple songs. And basically, I'm doing the keyboard part. So it goes like this. So the riff is super simple. It's just power chords. I'm doing that little organ kind of part. So I'm going 3, was a 3rd fret low E string power chord, sliding to 5th fret. Then I go 5th fret on the A string power chord, 3rd fret, A5. Then I go back to that C5, D5. That's literally it. So, and then it starts over. Now, if you want that other little riff that I played, which I think is so heavy, it's open A string, then you go, so that's 2, 1, open on the D. So open A, 2, 1, open, then it goes 3, 2, 1 on the A strings. Move up a string and just literally take that riff and move it up a string. AC/DC AC/DC. Now, I said last time I did a Leonard Skinner riff. To be honest, I love Leonard Skinner, but I just didn't feel like doing another Leonard Skinner riff, so I wanted to do an AC/DC one, because, you know, guitar stores are riddled with Back in Black, Shook Me All Night Long, and Thunderstruck, and I thought, why not bust out some riff raff? I've been using this riff in some other videos, but it's just such a fun riff to play. I can't stress it enough. It's such a killer riff. So what's happening here? Well, it starts out with just a good old A5 power chord. So I'm just holding down open A string, 2 on the D and G. Then you go 3/4 on the low. Then it goes 2/4 on the D. So now I go back to the A string 3rd fret and I pull off the open. Then I go 5 on the D. Then go back to that A string 3, pull off open. Okay, then you go to your A5 again. Sorry, I think I need something to drink. And that's literally it. So it's just really, really cool spin on just, you know, a typical shuffle, but it's all AC/DC'd out, and it just jams. Getting a little bit carried away there, hitting the strings too hard. Alrighty guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We are getting so close to that 100,000 subscriber mark. I can't believe it. It has been a goal of mine for years. Thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, let me know what your 5 riffs would be. And if you want to, you can check, maybe there's other videos popping up here right now. I don't even know. So, you want to check out another video? Maybe you want to subscribe? Maybe subscribe's over here. It's crazy on here. It's crazy. Later, guys. Man, the cringiest outros. I'm so sorry.